The best trigger finger splints should fit these 4 criteria. First, obviously the splint should stop your finger from triggering. Second, you should still be able to use your hand for daily activities with the splint on. Third, the splint shouldn't make your finger more stiff and painful. And finally, it's a splint that you will actually wear. And I'll talk all about that in just a few. Hi guys, I'm Michelle from Virtual Hand Care. I'm an occupational therapist and a certified hand therapist of 20 years, and I'm sharing some of the best trigger finger splints. But more importantly, I'm going to teach you what to look for in a splint so you can choose one that's right for you. Now, I will start by saying that even though this video is titled The Best Trigger Finger Splints, keep in mind that what might work really well for you might not work for someone else. And also, because we use our hands for so many different activities, you may need different splints depending on what you are using your hands for. So if you're somebody that spends a lot of time working outside, in the yard, or in the garage, the best splint for you may be different from someone that experiences a trigger finger when they are crocheting or cooking. And it's not uncommon to wear something different even when you're sleeping. Now, after you check out this video, make sure you grab my free Trigger Trouble Toolkit, where I teach you the 5 steps to finding freedom from frustrating trigger finger and trigger thumb. And I'll link that free guide here and in the description box below. Okay, so in order for a splint to stop your finger from triggering, let you still use your hand and not make you more stiff and painful, it needs to be minimalistic, meaning it should only immobilize just enough of your finger. In fact, research shows you do not need to immobilize the entire finger, but often blocking just one joint from moving is often enough to stop the trigger. Now, over-immobilizing or over-splinting, which a lot of trigger finger splints do, like this one here or here, can in fact make your finger more stiff and painful. And some people even report feeling like their trigger finger gets worse. And understandably, because they stop you from moving. Now, trigger finger happens when the sheath or the covering that surrounds your flexor digitorum profundus tendon, or your FDP for short, gets stuck in the pulley. Your FDP is the only tendon that bends all 3 of your finger joints. So if you can block just one joint, that's often enough to prevent that swollen area from getting stuck inside the pulley. This is where splints such as these oval 8 rings are some of the best trigger finger splints and my favorite picks. The reason is because oval 8 rings come in so many different sizes. I think like 15 different sizes, and you can wear them on any joint on whichever finger or thumb that is triggering. And they're cheap. I also prefer these because they are made of a plastic and not a fabric, which can often slip off your finger. You can still use your hand. You can still hold objects and cook and clean and dig in the dirt and wash your hands and more without triggering. So say your middle finger is triggering. You can wear the ring over your DIP joint, which is the top joint, or your PIP joint, which is the middle joint. To wear the oval 8 on your DIP joint or top joint, place the oval part of the ring on the pad side of your finger. This will stop the tip of your finger from flexing, but this still lets you bend the other joints of your finger and still gives you the ability to grasp and hold and carry objects. However, some people feel like this gets in the way from them feeling things like with the pad of their finger. So in that case, you can wear the ring on the next joint down, which is your PIP joint or middle joint. Now, wearing it over your PIP joint will limit the ability to grasp really small objects, which you need anyway, or else you would trigger. But it's a really good option for just about any type of heavy-handed activity. Now keep in mind you will need a few different sizes to accommodate the different joints that you are immobilizing. All you need to do is measure around the joint that you want to splint. And I usually recommend purchasing 2 to 3 different sizes just to accommodate for the natural swelling that occurs in our fingers. Now we can't forget that you have another joint in your hand that you can immobilize, and that one is your metacarpal joint, also known as your MP joint or your large knuckles. Now, unfortunately, a splint for this joint needs to be a little longer and larger in order to stop your large knuckle from bending. So it has to include your palm. But a lot of people like this option because you can still keep some of your finger dexterity and have the ability to still make a little bit of a hook fist. One of the best splints for this joint is to have one custom made for you by a certified hand therapist, because this allows for a perfect fit for your hand, but it can be expensive. So in that case, the next best ones are prefabricated ones like this Vive trigger finger splint that is made of a fabric. But if you work in water or wash your hands a lot, then a ring splint that blocks your MP, such as this one, may be the best one for you. So to recap, the best trigger finger splints are ones that stop your finger from triggering, still let you use your hand, do not make you more stiff and painful by splinting every single joint of your finger, and more importantly, you'll actually wear it for the typical 6 weeks that it takes to heal a trigger finger. And I think the Oval 8 rings hit on all these points, and you can find them here and in the description box below. Now, if you are looking for more help on splint options, what exercises to do for your trigger finger or your trigger thumb, how often to wear splints and for how long, then you're gonna want to join my Unlocked Fix Your Trigger Troubles program. In this program, I've created a game plan with timelines, exercises, splint options, and even tips on how to prevent trigger finger or trigger thumb from happening again. This program guides you through all of the steps so you can work on healing your trigger finger naturally in a way that works for you. Click on here to learn more. Now, if you found this video helpful, do please give it a like and hit that subscribe button below. And check out my Band-Aid trick to stop trigger finger. It could be another great splinting option that might work for you. You can find it here. Until next time, thanks for watching.